Okay. All right, great. Okay, so now we're recording here and I have to accept it. You might actually need to get up and accept it on your computer. It might just say, there might
Oh,
be a
yeah,
sign. Yep. Okay, just so you know.
got it.
Okay. All right, so we'll start on our back and we'll go slow today. We'll be nice and gentle. So we're going to begin with both knees pulled up into your chest here and just kind of pressing them in toward the chest, peeling your lower back up off of the floor and then release. And then we'll go ahead and do that 3 more times. So just opening up the lower back, pulling the knees in and release. So each time you pull the knees in, that lower back peels up off of the floor, stretching the SI joints. And let's do one last time here. We're gonna hold the knees in, but just allow them to kind of splay open and head toward the armpits a little bit. And then we're gonna flex our feet just a little bit, driving the knees in a little bit more. Go ahead and just kind of extend your right foot up and see if you can grab it. So we're in like a half a happy baby, just grabbing that right foot and just allowing that right knee to head toward the armpit and open up that SI joint. And good, we're gonna release that foot all the way down, grab that shin right below the right knee, and then we're gonna extend that left foot up. And then we take a half of a happy baby on the left side and just open that up. Allow the weight of your arm to just kind of drive that ankle over the knee. And good, we'll release that there. Awesome. So with those knees just splayed open, pulling them into the armpit one last time, and go ahead and set both feet down just a little bit wider than hip distance apart with your hands on your belly. Good. We're going to rock back and forth with the knees here and go a little bit further each time. You windshield wiper over to the right and then over toward the left. And the next time you get over toward the right, we'll just drop both knees over, and then we're going to open up this top hip here and then extend your left arm all the way out and try to get that left shoulder down onto the ground. And as we're here, see if you can press that left knee down toward the floor. As you do, you might feel a little bit more of a stretch through your hip flexor on the left side. And then you can just tighten up that left glute and give a little extra push up and forward on that left hip flexor. And good, we'll relax those muscles, bring that left arm back in, bring the knees back to the center. And again, just windshield wiper a few inches to each side before we then drop them over to the left side and extend your right arm out to the right. Drive that right knee all the way down. And then we tighten up the glute on the right side. And 2 and 1. Good, we'll release and we'll bring the knees back up. And then just rocking them back and forth just a little bit here. We'll draw the right knee up toward the chest and extend that left leg all the way down straight. So as we do, really kind of reach down so that you might feel this left hip flexor open again as we pull this right knee in toward the chest. And then we're going to use that left hand to guide the knee across the body, supine twist. Once again, you're going to extend that right arm out to the side and work to get your right shoulder onto the mat. So when your shoulder is kind of anchored onto the mat, and then just kind of let your knee go wherever it goes. You can use your left hand to add some weight and just kind of pressing down mid-thigh. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and extend this top leg out straight today. So we're going to work down the back of your hamstring by pressing through your heel and then opening up, excuse me, your IT band down the side of your leg.
You sound phlegmy.
And I'm like, it's because I'm outside and I think it's pretty, there's some like pollen and stuff outside.
Oh, no.
So I just
you
just
should
like
hear
it'll,
Lesson's voice.
oh gosh.
He sounds like an alien.
Aw, poor guy.
I know. Yeah, he went to the club every single day and probably contaminated everybody because we had no idea.
But I know, you just don't know. How do you know if you don't know?
And
Good. And good. And good. We're gonna bring this all the way back in, and we'll take this to the other side. I mean,
Oh,
I think the good news is people are vaccinated, so we're not getting as sick,
yeah,
so we can't all live inside for eternity, right?
I
Like, we've
know.
gotta figure it out. Good. So
I just
reaching down. Good.
My daughter dodged so many bullets, and I'm so glad she got back.
Yeah. Good.
That's the big thing.
You haven't seen her in so long, right?
In a year.
Wow.
Well, I mean, we FaceTimed, so I honestly
Yeah.
don't feel like we've missed anything, you know?
Right. Yeah, that's good. Good. And I don't know if you got all the way over. We're supined over to your other
Yeah,
side.
I'm over.
And okay, good. And now we're
Yeah,
gonna go to straighten out the top leg.
yeah.
Good. How long was she here?
Well, she was here on business, so she was in LA for like a week and a half, and then in DC for a week.
Okay.
And they won't be back for a year.
Oh wow. So did you go to DC or did they come up here? No,
We
she
went to
came up
D-
here.
we
Oh,
went
you
to
did.
DC. Yeah,
Oh, you
because
did. Okay.
his parents live down there, and that's their home
Oh
base.
yeah.
And
Yeah. Okay.
they were looking at real estate to buy what when they come back.
Oh, okay. All
So
right,
that's what
good.
we
We're gonna
did the first day.
come back onto center, and then you'll just kind of roll to your side. We're gonna get ourselves into tabletop.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So you guys were looking at places for them
Yeah,
or
the
with them?
four of us just spent like half a day doing that. It was fun.
Oh, fun. What areas are they looking in?
That's one of the things that they were trying to figure out.
Yeah, good.
You
All
know,
right. So we're
when
gonna
go ahead.
cat some cat cows here, Cindy. So
Yeah.
drop in the belly, lift your chest, and then
Oh,
you
it
just want to
feels
try
good.
to match it. Yeah, it does, right? You want to just try to match it with your breath. So go ahead and inhale on the chest coming through, and then
I'm just glad
exhale.
I was all healed up by the time I got sick.
Oh gosh.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine? Oh
Oh
my
my
God,
god.
that would have been awful.
That seriously. Oh my god. Right? So look at that, Cindy. Look at your perspective. Look at that
It's got to
positive
be that
outlook.
way, man, because
Right?
otherwise it would just be a shit show.
Right? It really, really would be.
Oh,
All right, let's I know, but like, it's easy to focus on all the crappy things. Okay, we're just gonna take hips back and forth.
that's why I said, well, at least we didn't get sick at the beginning of our DC trip. It was at the end of the DC
Right?
trip.
There you go. Awesome. Very
At
good.
least and somehow, Ian, they got it was a short flight. I was able to hold it together, literally, the whole trip home on the plane.
Oh my god. All right, let's go into our cat here, and then we're gonna stick their right hip all the way out to the side and just kind of turn your torso toward the left. So we get a nice stretch over the hip capsule. We're gonna hold it here for about 10 seconds. Oh my god, that's a nightmare. I can't remember who it was. One of my friends had to fly home, like, yeah, it must have been Carrie because I think it was like an Australian flight or whatever, but it was
Oh
like,
my God.
good, come back through with like food poisoning or something. It was
Oh
I
my
think it was
God.
Carrie. I think it was Carrie. Good. And we'll go to the other side,
Well,
left.
at the beginning, when my stomach started to sort of bubble up before I actually got sick, I thought
Yeah.
I just ate something that disagreed with me.
Right, right. Good. We'll
You
come
know,
back to the center, Cindy. Tuck your toes underneath, and you're going to lift yourself up into downward facing dog and just start to pedal out your feet. So nice and slow with the pedal. We'll do about 5 on each side. That's a nightmare.
I
So,
know.
well, but yeah. Again, you're like, oh, it all actually worked out. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The next time you get over onto your right foot, we're going to just press that heel all the way down. I know I finally got all the kids. Like Mackenzie's been at her dad's, Hudson's been home, and I'm on the Cape. I finally got everybody collected, and about a half a mile from like the house that we're staying at, like on the highway. Good. Go
Yeah.
ahead, switch feet over to the left side. My car does some weird shimmy. The electrical things come on.
Oh,
I barely get it into the driveway, and it died in the driveway in the house where we're staying.
That's a brand new car.
Well, it's brand new to me. It's a 2014.
Um,
Good. And pressing both heels down, sending your hips up toward the sky. But it's like I've had so many car troubles between like my car and Hudson's car, and
yeah,
I was like, you've got to be kidding me, right? So I was like, you know what? Everybody's under the same roof, and it
yeah.
died in the driveway, right? Like, moving on. Let's go out for dinner. Just
Do you have AAA?
Yeah, I'm gonna have them tow it. I have the
Yeah,
100 miles. Good. You're gonna move your both hands over to the left and then come all the way up into a low runner's lunge, but with both hands in front, right? So we have your right foot, right
yeah.
hand, and then your left hand up nice and high here. And then just make sure, I always say this to remind myself too, because I tend to drop my head. Pretend you have like a tennis ball underneath your chin so that you kind of get that length through the neck. You don't want to drop your head. And now we're go ahead, drop that back knee, undo your toe, right hand into your right thigh. We're gonna press us all the way up, and then we're gonna take those hands right to the back of your hips and just press forward here. Good, yeah, I have the 100 miles, so I Googled it yesterday, it's a 93 miles.
Yeah, but it's hard to get parts.
Yeah,
I hope it's nothing serious.
no, it's something serious. It's something serious, all right.
Oh dear.
And good, both arms all the way up overhead. It's the electrical system. Good. So my right hand, I'm going to grab my left wrist and just pull over to my right side. So I'm kind of getting a full body stretch on the left side.
Sounds like you've had this problem before.
No, I've just, good, we'll bring it all the way down. No, I've just, between my car and Hudson's car, we've had 6 flat tires in the last 3 months.
Oh my
And
God.
I can't discuss it, Cindy. It's because I have teenage drivers in the house, so I can't even. So just come into your coming into a high plank.
Is
I
Hudson
can't.
have his car down there?
No, it's in the shop, Cindy, with 2 flat tires and needing 2 new wheels. Good.
Oh,
And good. Press back into, yeah, I know. Yep. Good. Back into the downward facing dog. Heels drop down, hips go up. I know, Cindy. That's why I was like, you know what? Whatever. It died in the driveway, and we're gonna go out for a nice dinner. Oh, good. Go ahead and drop your knees. You're gonna move your left hand over to the side here. Bring that left foot forward, and then we bring that back leg up to open up that right hip flexor. Remember that tennis ball.
is he bringing that to college?
No, we're trying to figure out how to manage it because it's not a very is like he was like, I need like a truck or a beat up car to go to Maine. He was like, this isn't gonna be the car I
Yeah.
need. So, we're in the process of figuring that out now.
Yeah.
But it's like we can't get through the car repairs in order to get to like the planning part.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, go ahead, drop that back knee, bring the left hand onto the left thigh. And again, like your attitude, right? Like we have cars, right?
Yeah.
So yay, right? So we have cars. So we're lucky enough to have cars that break down. Good, and have problems. Good, right to the back of the SI joints. Push both hands in, open that hip.
Oh, I remember those days
I
when
know.
I had cars that kept on breaking down.
Oh my God. And it's so funny too, because I felt like everybody was all spread out. I drove up to get Hudson yesterday. Then we came down to Providence, grabbed Mackenzie from Amtrak. And Hudson's like, we have to make sure that both cars don't go down at the same time. That would be really bad.
Oh
And I
my
was like, I
God.
know. And then we like got like literally like a half mile from I was like, ugh. All right, good. Both hands here. We'll take both hands all the way up the front on your inhale, and then exhale, press forward, tighten the glutes up, press your hands in and lift your chest and send your chin all the way up.
When does he leave?
August 9th,
Oh,
couple of
that's
weeks,
soon.
couple of weeks. That's soon. Yep. Good. Both hands down, curl the toes. You're going to send yourself up into a downward facing. Get your legs out as wide as they need to be to drop your heels flat. And walk your hands back a little bit here. Good, and drop your head to look through behind you. Yeah, it's coming down to the wire.
Yep.
And I don't really know a bunch of details. And what I do know, it's like from him, I'm like, what day do you report? Or is that your move-in day? He's like, listen, I don't like, it's this day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I don't think he knows. He doesn't really know either. So I'm like, do I need to call the coach? Like, what are we doing here? Good. All right. So I'm going to have you, you can go like lengthwise on your mat too, if you want to. So you're going to widen out your feet as far as you can, drop your head all the way down, and just try to work it so that you can get as low as you can. So if you can get to the forearms, if you need a block to get down to the floor, you can use that. I'm going to go in the grass so I don't. Good. But looking down, and if you could, you want to try to work, aim to get the top of your head to be in contact with the floor here. Let's go, Cindy. Everybody's got goals. Let's do it. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to push up here. Heel toe your feet in just a little bit. And then you're just going to bend into that right knee into a lunge. And you want to make sure that your back is nice. So if you're struggling to get down onto the floor here, get a prop and raise yourself up, right? So that like if you see it from the side, you know, you don't want to be rounded out here. That's going to stress your lower back. So you want to be flat through this area. And if you can't use the floor to support you, get a block or something to support, or your foam roller or whatever you need. Good. And good. You're going to come back through the center, and then we're just going to bend into the left. Good. Same thing, kind of just pressing that left hip back. Keep the back nice and flat. And
I haven't done anything but walk since May 11th.
Oh, yeah, we're going and press your head like, yeah. So let's just go nice and easy. So let's come out of this inverted position before I kill you, right? Good. So let's come all the way back up. Bring your feet all the way in. Sit your weight into your heels and take one hand into each of the thighs. Tuck the pelvis all the way under here. Roll yourself all the way up. And we'll just do some upper body from your standing posture. But just if you need to pause here just to get your blood back up into your head so you're not dizzy, go ahead. All right, we're going to take in steps together with your feet. Imagine you're squeezing a piece of paper in between, and we're going to inhale all the way up overhead, and then exhale, kind of make a C with your body, a side bend to the right side. Good. We'll come all the way back to center, come all the way down with the arms, and then inhale up overhead, and then exhale over to your left side, side bend. Good. We'll come all the way back here. Both arms are going to come down. We're going to just re-squeeze everything in on the midline. See if you can clasp your hands behind you, roll open through your chest, pull your tailbone down, tight glutes, and then just kind of rise up onto the balls of your feet. Still focused on squeezing the ankles, squeezing the legs. I'm on like a slight hill. This is a lot of fun. All right. And good. You'll release your hands, but leave your heels elevated. Just bring them out to a T for a balance work. Good. And good. Bring both arms all the way up overhead. Reach up for the ceiling. You're going to leave your left hand where it is, and you're going to bring your right arm all the way down to your side, and then bring it all the way back up. You're still up on your toes, working that balance. And then leave that right hand all the way up. Bring that left hand all the way down to your side, and then bring it all the way back up, still up on the balls of your feet. Good. And now both arms come all the way down and drop those heels. So we're going to take a half a step back, stretch out those calves. So just left foot back and bend that knee. Get a nice stretch through the calf, release the anterior tib. Good. We'll come over to your other side and take a half a step back with your right foot. Bend that, stretching that calf.
Excuse me.
And you got it. Good. And good.
In Yarmouthport. Good. We'll
Nice.
do one big breath all the way up and exhale all the way down. And then we'll finish out with our 3 shoulder rolls. Yeah, it's a really nice house too.
Is
And
it
we, of course, we,
Airbnb?
is it what?
Airbnb.
I wasn't in charge of any of that, so I have no idea, but
Oh,
probably.
you're there with other people.
Yeah, I'm here with good, we're all set. I'm here with my my friend Julie, who you know, and her boys, and then my friend Carrie and her family is in from
Oh, that's
Australia,
great. Oh my God, this is
and then my
this is
friend